Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. We begin with breaking news. Stepfather of girl found dead in 2011, charged with murder. The stepfather of an 11-year-old girl who was found dead in 2011 has been charged with her murder. The Attorney General's office confirmed Monday that Wendell Noyes, 52, was charged with second-degree murder in the death of Selena Cass. The girl's body was found in the Connecticut River days after she disappeared on July 25, 2011. Investigators said Noyes caused the girl's death by submerging her in the river. Selena's body was found on August 1, 2011, near a dam in the river, about a half-mile from her home. An arrest warrant for Noyes was issued Monday, and officials said he will be arraigned Tuesday afternoon in Berlin Circuit Court. This story will be updated as more information becomes available. Former White House staff Bisogno named NHDP 2016 candidate campaign director. A former White House staffer who has also held numerous top political posts has been taped to be the director of the New Hampshire Democratic Party's 2016 coordinated campaign. Update: Donald Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski part ways. After more than 2 years of being at Donald Trump's side, from his initially consideration of running for president until he rose to become the prospective Republican presidential nominee, Corey Lewandowski of Windham has parted ways with the campaign. New poll for anti-gun violent group shows gun issues hurting Ayotte. As Senator Kelly Ayotte prepares to unveil what her office is calling a composing bill aimed at prohibition and sale of firearms to those on the terrorist watch list, a new poll commissioned by a permanent gun control group shows her tailing Governor Hassan in the U.S. Senate race. Investigators search for cause of Rochester fire. Investigators are trying to determine what caused a 6-alarm fire Sunday in Rochester that started in an apartment building and spreaded into other structures. Police seek missing Concord woman. Police in Concord are asking for the public's help to locate a missing woman who was last seen a week ago. Argument over money leads to stabbing in Manchester, police say. A Manchester teenager was arrested Sunday after an urgent argument with her mother's fiancé escalated to a stabbing, police said. Franklin woman arrested on gun charges after traffic stop. A Franklin woman was arrested Saturday after police said they found a shotgun in her vehicle during a traffic stop. Lane closures planned on I-93 for night paving. Transportation officials said drivers should expect traffic to be reduced to one lane on Interstate 93 between Bosquen and Enfield for night paving. Search crews seek teen missing from New Hampshire campground. Investigators are searching for a teenager who went missing from a campsite early Sunday morning and whether a string of thefts are related. Walmart, Target, frozen veggies among recall over listeria concern. The recall includes Walmart Great Value and Target's Market Pantry Store brand. Police, man with hammer, shouts racial slurs, attacks teen. Police say a man shouting racial slurs, swinging a hammer at a group of African American and Hispanic young men and teenagers on Rivera Beach Sunday, hitting one of them. Man clocked driving 128 miles per hour on I-93 in Northfield. State police clocked a Massachusetts man driving 60 miles per hour over the speed limit Sunday on I-93 in Northfield. Man dies in rollover on Spalding Turnpike. One man died after his pickup truck rolled over on the Spalding Turnpike in Rochester Saturday night. Doomed gun bills set for Senate vote. The Senate was set to vote down 4 separate gun measures Monday in the aftermath of the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history, showing the Partians paralyzed over gun control has barely moved on Capitol Hill, despite the stream of continued gun violence across the country. Stocks rally as Brexit concern dim. Dow gains over 100 points. U.S. stocks closed higher Monday and gains in oil prices as fears of a Brexit dismissed. U.S. crude oil futures settled up 2.9% at $49.37 a barrel. Energy closed about 1% higher as one of the top S&P 500 advocacy advancers. The benchmark index briefly topped the physiologically key 2,100 level and was about 2% below at all-time intraday high at 213.4.27. Feds release experts of Orlando shooters call with police. Take a listen to the video we have for you.
The Joint Terrorism Task Force has released excerpts and portions of the timeline of events that happened inside the club of the Pulse on June 12th. While we're not releasing the audio, what I can tell you is that while the killer made these murderous statements, he did so in a chilling, calm, and deliberate manner. While we will not be providing the 911 calls made by the victims, we're doing this out of ultimate respect. Yes, the audio is compelling, but to expose that now would be excruciatingly painful to exploit them in this way. The killer of 49 and the shooter of 53 others identified himself as an Islamic soldier who pledged allegiance to a terrorist organization which was bent on killing Americans. He does not represent the religion of Islam, but a perverted view which, based on what we know today, was inspired by extremist killers. We currently have no evidence that he was directed by a foreign terrorist group, but was radicalized domestically. The killer stated that he had an explosive device, but none was found. The Joint Terrorism Task Force has conducted over 500 interviews as we sit here today. More than 600 pieces of evidence were obtained and processed from the crime scene.
The timeline released based upon radio communications clearly shows our officers were within the club within minutes and engaged the suspect in gunfire. And that's important because that engagement and that initial entry caused him to retreat, stop shooting, and barricade himself in the bathroom with hostages. That engagement and that initial entry caused him to retreat, stop shooting, and barricade himself in the bathroom with hostages. So it's important to note that this started as an active shooter situation. Our officers took action and then transitioned into a barricade gunman hostage situation. So after that second exchange of gunfire, upon that initial entry of our officers, there was no other gunfire until the hostage rescue operation took place. So during that 3 hours, I just want to make sure everyone's clear on that, there was no gunfire. So during that time, our officers were intermittently in and out of that club, saving people, rescuing people from inside the club. Our officers were able to push an air conditioning through to one of the dressing rooms, and I believe saved 8 people out of that room.
Okay, and that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.